and welcome to another bonus episode of Kill James Bond. You know who we are, although perhaps you don't. Is this going to be on the Banquet of Forgiveness?
Bonus? Oh, this is coming out on the 1st of the month,
Whoa.
so as a result, this is going out on the free feed.
Wow.
So let's not do as many slurs as we had originally planned.
Okay, well, that's cut my notes in this for half. I am Alice Corville-Kelly. Joining me, as always, are Abigail Thorne and Devon.
Hello.
How you doing?
We're doing another Q&A. You have some cues, and we're going to aid them.
That's right.
That's right.
So it
yeah,
facilitates the parasocial interaction, which we count on to pay our
Because
rent.
the thing is, we are your friends. We are your real-life, actual friends.
Yeah. It's really nice to see you. Which
You're
we
looking
can.
well. You're looking well. Looking great. Love
Doing
the
the
haircut.
Jason Bourne thing of being like, you look tired today.
Da, 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 da.
But we're your friends and we love you and we care
That's
about
right,
you. That's why we
right.
made this podcast specially for you. No one else can hear it, just you.
Yeah, and the thing about podcasts is it's about checking in on your hogs. And so we're checking in with the questions that you've asked us.
Love that the Hogs is stuck as a name.
Yeah,
So good.
no, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I've got a bunch of questions. I've got like 17. So I thought I would start us out on a nice, easy one, a low ball to begin with. So in your own words, what is a woman?
A miserable pile of secrets.
I define it thusly.
You didn't see the little
Very well.
flourish there that Abby did on the camera, but it was quite something.
I love the
Wonderful.
music there. That was really good.
I had the idea just now, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
It's my specialist subject on Mastermind, actually.
Yeah, what is a woman? Kill James Bond answers the Stannerland question with, yeah.
Yeah, sick, actually. Are you not?
I went to the gym this afternoon, and I fucking changed in the women's changing room, and nothing happened.
Hey, nice!
Oh.
Nice. I tell you
Yeah,
what.
I thought I read in the news that Glasgow had been destroyed. So
I tell you what, I was in the gym the other day and I was having this moment because, like, you know, I don't wear like makeup or anything when I go to the gym. And I was having this moment like, fuck, like I look like really clockable. I feel really out of place. Like my beard shadow's all fucked up or whatever. And I was waiting for these machines. And then this girl came up to me and she was like, hey, babe, like, are you waiting for this machine? And I was like, yes! Yes! They call me fucking David Beckham because I am passing.
easy.
Don't know any other footballers. Hope that works. Won't be checking.
I think it
he passes.
lands. Yeah. The thing about David Beckham is I think he passes as a footballer.
I wonder if he imagines himself as a footballer. And
Do you imagine yourself bending it around the goalkeeper when you jerk off?
do you imagine yourself bending it? No, that'd be quite painful, I imagine.
Yeah.
We do have to do Bend It Like Beckham at some point because that's a genuinely a
Ah.
really fun movie.
Yeah, we probably do. I don't know why I went, I have no fucking idea what the movie entails. I just don't like to be told to do anything.
It's the most sort of like implicit lesbianism of the 1990s stroke early 2000s. So there's a lot there. I
think the most implicit lesbianism of the late 90s, early 2000s was me in the closet.
No, I think this movie might give us both a run for our money, to be honest.
Well, okay, actual question here. Jordan Lamb asks if we had to direct a sequel to any movie that we've watched for the pod, which one?
Mask of Zorro. We're not talking about the fucking Legend of Zorro. Don't even mention that to me. Just like off the dome. What do I want to see another movie of? What do I want to get a chance to like exercise some creative freedom over? Zorro. I want to do another Zorro. It'd be cool.
That's fair.
I think I would want to get in one more Roger Moore.
Let's go.
Tomorrow Always Never Pussy Again. Yes.
Bring him back for
Yes.
one more. Just to
One
like
more.
when he's like 90.
We like CGI Roger Moore, not to make him look any younger. We get the oldest possible footage of him, and we composite it together.
like fucking Disney, like doing the Disney resurrection magic
Yes.
Yeah, but we
Yes.
reverse it. We make him older, if anything.
Yeah, we've applied the sort of like aging effect from The Irishman or the end of Saving Private Ryan to old Roger Moore.
on him. Carrie Fisher Roger Moore for one last adventure. And I would have
Oh,
Daniel
dear.
Craig be the villain. That's what I'd do. I just think it would be fun.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
You just want a past Bond to be the villain.
Yeah.
essentially.
You love a Bond movie to be in dialogue with
This is
other
your
Bond
soapbox.
movies.
Yeah, I do. I love it when films are in dialogue with other films.
I love it when things are meta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would direct
metatextuality.
The Man from Hong Kong 2, where I airdrop George Lazenby into Hong Kong instead.
Ooh.
What's the sort of
Real
vibe
movie that's
there?
called Stoner, so I will maybe watch it at some point.
Damn, that sounds good.
It's a little worse than Man from Hong Kong. They hadn't
perfect.
nailed it yet.
So
but
it's just brilliant.
Yeah, it's just the second best film ever made.
5-minute sex scene that I was just there like, is this still going on? Is this still
I
happening?
love so much. We've talked about George Lazenby so much. I love that that's what he gave up Bond to do, was the 5-minute sex scene in Hong Kong movies.
Legend.
Yes.
Good of him.
Kino.
We'll do it at some
Yes.
point. I'm already building power. Very well. Well, similar question here from... Oh, no, I cannot say that, and I'm not going to embarrass anyone by trying.
I thought it was a slur for a second.
Someone... No!
One
just
of our
bit
biggest donors and patrons has asked, what do you think the border between Greece and Albania should be drawn? Oh god.
It's probably Lepanean, I think, who asked, who will play you in Kill James Bond, the movie?
Alice.
Well,
Oh, no, that's smart. That's smart.
I'm curious whether this means, like, who do I want to play me, or who do I think would actually be cast to play me? Because I mean, who do I want? Yeah, who do I want to play me? Lea Seydoux. Who do I think would be cast to play me?
Say Lea Seydoux for you.
Who do I want to?
You watched the French.
Yes,
Dispatch
and it
2 recently.
changed my fucking life. Turned me around entirely on that woman. But no, who I think would actually be cast to play me? Rory Kinnear.
Oh, he's a great actor.
Was the only one who can replicate my perfectly concave ass.
I'm trying to think. Like, I know a fair few trans actresses. So I'm like, who could conceivably play me? I don't. There's maybe like one or two who I'd be like, oh, she'd be good. Like Jeanette Lelacheur, I think could probably.
Eva
Green
Green is Abigail Thorne.
It's unfortunate because you are an actor, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
sort
could
of-
play me, but like
ideally you probably would play.
but failing that, Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah, why not? Let him try it again. Fuck it.
That is. My apologies to Eddie. For business reasons, I cannot stop Eddie Redmayne.
two different trans women doing separate self-deprecating jokes about being played by a male actor there.
I don't know. Jason Momoa. I don't know.
Oh, whoa, that'd be cool. Yeah.
No, because I'm this.
Well, George Lazenby though.
George Lazenby could play me.
George Lazenby, age 90, playing Dev. Yeah.
Henry Cavill, but he has to have the mustache from Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, actually, yeah.
I could see that. He has the same kind of like
I would actually
shoulders.
kill to see Henry Cavill in the fucking like the romper.
Yeah, no.
He's got like
Yeah.
the Witcher hair, right? Where he's got basically my hairstyle in The Witcher, but it's longer.
He's enough of a nerd, and I say that affectionately, that I maybe we could get him on. I bet we could get Henry Cavill on. Just get him on for
Why
the
not?
Man from U.N.C.L.E. and be like, oh man, they're never making another one of these, huh?
Hey, that's a good idea. That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. The problem is that every time we think about having like a genuine actor on, we have to conceptualize that we would have to be really serious for like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any agent checking would be like, this seems acceptable.
They probably wouldn't check too thoroughly, though. Just off the top of my head. For some reason, I have this idea in my head that people in the industry, in the podcasting industry, don't really check the people that they're getting in all that much.
Possibly
No,
the
Don't know why,
couldn't
not sure, yeah.
have any idea what that
vetting process is fast and quick and easy. Alfie Hall, speaking of being serious, Alfie Hall asks, fuck, marry, kill, the free Qs. The OG, obviously Desmond Llewellyn, the cursed never say never again Baz Q, or Ben Whishaw Twink Q. And in brackets here, Alfie has included Cleese obviously left out.
Yeah, because he's not a Q, he's an R.
It would eliminate our options very quickly if we had Cleese in there, because we all know what we would pick for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can all solve the fuck part of the equation already, which is simply...
Welcome to Japan, Dad. Is my little girl hot and ready?
I'd fuck
bloody hell,
Ben
James
Whishaw.
Bond.
Oh, James Bond.
I'd fuck Ben
I'd
Whishaw.
fuck Ben
I mean,
Whishaw, why not?
Ben Wishaw's gay, so I'm like, you probably
That's
wouldn't
true.
be
That's
totally
true.
into
But
it.
you'd have to
Marry
like.
Ben Whishaw.
That's the thing. That's the distinction I would make. Is I would give Desmond Llewellyn one beautiful night of passion, but to settle down with.
Yeah, that's true.
To settle down with over like I know Ben Whishaw Ben Whishaw is about fucking I don't know 70 years old or whatever, but he still has twink mode aesthetics. He still has trap mode aesthetics because he follows that like 4chan diagram.
God.
Where he only eats like beans and cum or whatever.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so he looks young enough that I feel like I could get a couple of decades out of him. And he's got that kind of like cozy sort of like cable knit sweater aesthetic as Q. I would marry Ben Whishaw, and obviously I would kill Baz Q from Never Say Never. Baz Q doesn't even stand a chance.
I would be sucking Desmond Llewellyn off while he's driving his Renault Megane to a book signing event in 1999.
I can't believe you did that after you had already sucked off Matthew McConaughey in Ireland that one time. Was it Matthew McConaughey? Fuck, it was
No, it's someone
Broderick.
else.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
But you also incidentally sucked off Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, that was to be fair, that was
collateral damage.
that was splash damage. I didn't mean to. I took Matthew McConaughey and I was like, wait a minute, shit, how long?
You're the wrong guy. And I've seen Ben Whishaw like live and like up reasonably close, and he's surprisingly like big and like well built. They make him look.
I will
twink.
never waste my fucking time. Then
he's 6'1". Like
the marriage is off. I'm sorry.
I saw him play Brutus in Julius Caesar at the Bridge, and he's like surprisingly like hench.
Hell yeah!
They make him look twink on camera.
Yeah, they do twinkify him for the bonds.
Yeah, they also twinkify me for recording this. Yeah,
they put him through the twink filter.
Just a real question. Where could I get the twink filter?
I don't know, you'd have to speak to Sam Mendes, I think.
Well, all right, noted.
Sam, let us know. Get in contact. I know you listen. Milo, not this one, a different one, says, we all enjoyed Welsh Bond, but are there any other regional Bonds that you think could have as much or perhaps even greater potential?
Any regional Bond is funny. You apply that because the thing about Bond is that he's always the man out of time, out of place, or whatever. It doesn't work. As soon as you drag him down to the level of the mundane, as soon as you think about Bond being from anywhere apart from like Scotland by way of Switzerland by way of London, then it gets fucking weird. You can't have like a Doncaster Bond, for instance, because it collapses the whole mind palace.
That's why Sean Bean couldn't get the role.
Yeah, that's right.
I do think that Geordie Bond would be very funny.
Geordie Bond would be fantastic.
Fucking smash your face in, Blofeld, you bastard! Now, pay attention, 007. This is a knife. Hugh, I'm familiar with this device.
Pay attention, 007. An ordinary flat cap. However, if you look carefully, see a number of razors have been hidden within the brim.
Now, pay attention, 007. This is an ordinary sausage roll. You can buy 3 of these from Milligan's for 50p on a Wednesday.
Never been dropped by a helicopter on a smokestack.
Imagine it'd be quite inconvenient. Yeah, Glaswegian Bond would be very funny. Bond, what do you know about the Four Corners KFC? Well, sir.
I didn't fucking tell you, this is like unconnected to anything, but I walked past Kevin Bridges in the street the other day. I saw him in a cafe, and I very nearly just was like, oh fuck, but I didn't say anything. But it was definitely
doing
fucking
the
him.
sort of Leo DiCaprio sort of pointing at the screen from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, God, yeah, no, any regional Bond is funny. I'm sorry, could be absolutely anywhere. Cornish Bond.
Cornish Bond is the one that the question asker included.
Essex Bond.
West Country Bond would be nice. I don't know. I'd enjoy it. I could play it. It'd be good. I'm not going to do the voice.
Looks like an ordinary bottle of Scrumpy. But one sip of this
Holy
and you're going to
shit.
fall down a fucking mine shaft.
Let me tell you. Frosty Jacks, baby. It's
Oh
not,
yeah.
You don't want to
Don't
fuck
fuck around with that shit.
Jesus Christ. If it's in a blue plastic 5-litre bottle and it's like 7%, holy shit.
I'd love to see like a henchman doing all kinds of like fight choreography and Geordie Bond just fucking nutting him.
Yeah, let's go.
Like not even moving till he gets close and then just punching him like that police horse.
Geordie Bond just keeps taking his shirt off. No one knows why.
Oh, fucking come on then. Come on then, you fucking bastard. Smash your face in. Fucking gear cunt.
Yeah, behind the curtain here, I included that because I was like, Abby's going to do
Yeah,
voices.
yeah.
100% Abby's gonna I read that question, I was like, we can get like 4 or 5, I reckon.
Yeah.
No, just one solid one.
Malachi Biffle, phenomenal
Great
name, asks, today I went to make a playlist of KJB biggest absolute bangers and ended up downloading 3/4 of the episodes, which kicked off an hour and a half categorizing and organizing frenzy. This is an unconnected question, but what are our hosts' most seemingly boring things that give you an inordinate amount of joy? I have an answer for this right off the fucking bat.
It's going to be the same.
It's
I just held up something to the camera. That just happened to be like that.
that was a room joke. It's absolutely when Abby says that she's putting the kettle on. Before an episode.
That's also
It's so
my
good.
answer. That's my answer.
Really?
That's
Oh,
yeah.
you guys are really sweet.
No, it's how I know that I have to like sort of lumber across the room and start up the Zencaster is because like 5 minutes before we have to go, Abby will announce that she's putting the kettle on, possibly sometimes including a photo of the kettle, and that's just delightful.
Aww.
Yeah, these days the in-joke has included, like, it's grown to the point where now we're just putting like T- kettle. And we're like,
You could do anything. Like at this point, we understand the signifier. You could take a photo of a pizza oven and be like, we got to start the episode in about 4 hours once this heats up.
like a teacup in a pizza oven. Just like, oh, it's time, baby.
I sometimes I just start the podcast with a cup of tea. You know, it's good for the voice. Tonight I'm on the wine.
Yeah.
It's late. What was the question?
I mean, I'm
for
eating edibles right
mundane
now.
things that what?
Yeah, mundane things that bring you a lot of joy.
Yeah, from your co-hosts, I think it was.
Not specifically.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay. Well, I still stand by my answer.
Oh. I think I have two. I really love Devon's Devon clothing.
The Devon clothing is so fucking good.
It's so good.
Like I was in on the ground floor of the by any devs necessary North Face jacket, and every time I got a little progress update about how that was going, it just sort of like perfection.
So good. Everything about your life, Dev, like your mum as well. I love your mum.
My mum is phenomenal. Absolutely top 10. I don't know what point of a top 10 she'd be though.
I was gonna say, what are the other 9 mums?
Top 10 anime
Legally,
mums.
I cannot answer. No, but the fucking North Face puffer. And if you don't know what Abby's talking about regarding the Devon clothing, it's going to be my pinned tweet for a while, so you can just head to Devon on Earth and have a gander. And I screen printed the word Devon on a shitload of like shirts and a hoodie in the Supreme font because I found out what it was, and it was very easy to do. And then I got a North Face puffer jacket, and
It's the same one from the On Her Majesty's Secret Hype Beast. Yeah.
yeah, it's exactly that. I used Q. What is it? It's Drip Goku is the meme image. I use that as reference. Yeah, it's just an image of Goku wearing the North Face puffer jacket with "by any means necessary" all over it. So I aped that and just printed Devon all over it, and it took me like 2 solid weeks of work and like so much material, but it was worthwhile, baby, because that's a fucking decent jacket still. Like it still functions.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
I think at this point we got to start selling the Devon shirts.
You can, unique, baby.
Fair enough.
I think if actually we probably could. If I get like an order of like 5 of each size from Monster Press and just throw it up one day, you have to get in there fast.
Devon shirts are only available in XXL. You've got to get ripped to fit.
I am wearing a medium.
Devon shirts you can only order them in 2 sizes too small, so you look ripped. That's
That's right. That's smart. Hillary Johnson asks, this is something I've been thinking about for quite some time. Would you rather have to fight a sword-wielding chimpanzee once every year for the rest of your life, or have to fight a chicken every time you enter a car?
I mean, I would obviously pick the chicken because, like, I just got my theory pass. I don't have a car. I don't know when I'm going to learn to drive, but I think this is an important decarbonization measure. If I have to fight a chicken every time I get in the car, I'm using that shit for essential journeys only. I'm not popping down the shops, because if I do, I'm going to have to kill a chicken. And at that point, you know, I've already got half the shit that I want to go to the shops for. Dead chicken. So, like, yeah, no, it's definitely, that's my answer. Although, the idea of the sort of, like, battle of honor with the chimpanzee. Is it the same chimpanzee every time?
That's what I was about to ask.
I believe it to be... To me, I would believe it to be the same chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee's gonna age faster than me, baby.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this for some time because I saw this question as a tweet at some point last year, and Boys chatted about it for a long time. With the chicken, I think it would become mundane very quickly because chickens are so easy to kill. Like, it's not even a problem. They have a long neck. And go,
it's like buckling your seatbelt. You know, you get in the car, you reach over, you snap the chicken neck.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, it's like mirror, mirror, all right, chicken done.
It's like, I'm not going to snap its neck. I'm just going up the road. I'm just going to hold it.
You just like toss it out the window and just drive away. What's it going to fucking do? But the sword-wielding chimpanzee as a concept fills me with such, like, honor. Like, once a year. And to me, I feel like I would have to know when it arrives. Like, I would sense the arrival of my longtime enemy.
just carving a Z into a chimpanzee. So the devil will know who sent you.
What kind of swords do we envision the chimpanzee being armed with here? Is this a rapier situation like Zorro? Is it a katana? Does it have like a saber?
Can't be a rapier.
No, that's too powerful. A chimp with a rapier? No.
It's like a Roman gladius.
Be horny for a chimp.
Ooh.
If someone's fighting me with a rapier, I'm going to be horny for him. I cannot do that to a chimp. So it'd have to be...
Perfect sentence.
It would have to be like a samurai sword of some description as well, I think I'm imagining. You know, like finest Nippon steel. Or a claymore would also be fun.
But you would feel his presence, like the quickening, like Highlander.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because it wouldn't be fun if just like once a year I could just get murked from behind in a crowded space by a chimp with a sword. Like, it has to be honorable.
Like fucking Kato.
I mean, you think about the quickening, that's one option. My alternative option for this is that you get a little alert on your phone telling you the proximity of the chimp, like Grindr.
Professor Chimp has been detected.
Chimp is 500 meters away. Chimp is 450 meters away. And that was like a second later. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the notifications give the impression that it's closing on you at an alarming speed. Or maybe it's like by mutual appointment. Like you both have to go to like the field of honor, right? At the same time every year.
You feel an irresistible urge to a faraway land to fight for the prize.
It's got like wildflowers all over it. There's like blossom in the wind. It's very aesthetic.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, there's always cherry blossom no matter what time of year it is.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the chimp, right, is that when it shows up, after you defeat that chimp, that's the most relaxing series of months you've ever had in your life. You don't have to worry about anything. If you've defeated the chimp, there's nothing.
That's a fair point.
But soon as that New Year's clicks over,
you're worrying about the chimp.
Back in attention mode.
You're worrying about the chimp.
Less so, but the longer it goes throughout the year before the chimp arrives, you're going to get more and more worried.
Yeah, that's true. Also, I envision it being the same chimp every time, like we said. So, like, it's never a battle to the death, right?
It's a chimp that is known to me.
Yeah, and by definition, so you defeat the chimp, which we're assuming you're going to do most of the time, and the chimp sort of limps away to lick its wounds and, like, you know, come back the next year stronger. But the sort of
you defeat the chimp and you raise its chin up with the blade. Yeah.
Challenge me again when you are ready.
But the problem is, like, at some point, law of large numbers, you're going to lose to the chimp, and then you have to spend that year. You have to spend a year of your fucking life knowing that you've been bested by the chimp and you have to fight it again. Like, And your options then are to like either to train to fight
I would
or
train.
to sort of go for the jugular vein of the chimp, or to accept defeat and become someone who is cursed in effect to get their ass beat by a chimp with a sword once a year.
I think if the chimp with the sword defeats me, I would want it to kill me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to deal with that.
That's when you know that's life is done.
Oh yeah, that's when the chimp can take over from me on the podcast.
Yeah, but the chimp won't kill you because it would be it would do you too much honor to be killed by it.
It would kill you with tears in its eyes. It would thank you for teaching it the ways of the sword. And it would behead you honorably.
Absolutely. Although, of course, if it does let you live, then the rest of that year I'm in fucking absolute training mode.
Yeah, of course.
That chimp is not getting past me twice.
What if you like you become sort of so complacent that you start to flex on the chimp? You go sort of Musashi mode. You arrive with like an oar. You try and defeat the chimp with like a comedy weapon.
If you think you're ready, come at me, and I've got like a fucking fork.
Yeah.
Devin getting defeated by a chimp and then just becoming like fucking Vegeta for this chimp, just like training constantly to try and beat it.
I've tried so hard. I can never beat the chimp.
You're putting the fucking poster up in your home gym that's like the chimp exercise today. Did you?
The thing is, I'm okay with being a Vegeta. The chimp exercise is really good.
Yeah. Can we do another poster? Sorry.
Yes. The chimp exercise. It's like a chimp with a sword.
It's got the sword in one hand. It's like doing chin-ups with the other.
Chimp with a headband. Like, that's so good.
I don't remember what I was going to fucking say.
You said you were okay with being Vegeta, and I said when I was 14, I said the same thing.
I am okay with being Vegeta, largely because my sister's boyfriend is stronger than me.
Whoa.
And he keeps... I know, it's fucked up. And I'm not stronger than him. We did a bunch of like lifting when we were building... cannot possibly answer that. When we were building the barn, and he's just slightly stronger than me, so I'm okay playing second.
When was
fiddle.
this though? Because you've gotten bigger in the last few months.
Aye, but so has he. That's the shame.
Oh, fuck's sake!
Happens to the best of it. Well, he hasn't got bigger actually. He's got much slimmer. He's lost a shitload of weight, but it's all muscle now.
You know what though? He wouldn't be able to best you if he was constantly having to think about the chimp.
That is true.
It would weaken him. I think that's the thing about the chimp, is that it doesn't make you stronger, it weakens you.
It's a war of attrition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I was about to honorably duel someone, we've been doing this for like 10 minutes. If I was about to honorably duel someone and they were like, hold on, I'm expecting a chimp, I'd be like, oh, okay, no worries, man. I'll get out of here. I'm not going to stand in between you and the chimp.
Yeah. Just the chimp poster idea is so good. I know you
good.
hate posters, Devin, but like...
It's going to be a nightmare. But it would be very funny. We do a much smaller size, sort of normal size that you can find a frame for. Ash, with an exclamation point, asks, what is the worst thing about the UK that you will nonetheless reflexively defend if an American criticizes it?
The flag, actually. I think it looks nice. I'm not sure why. I like the little pretty geometric shapes. And it's a purely aesthetic opinion. I make no political defense of it whatsoever. I just think that it looks good.
London.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's fucking shit. It's horrible. Everyone's got air pollution in their lungs. Everything's too expensive. Then if Americans ever come here and they're like, this is shit, I'm like, you're from fucking America. Fuck you. Like,
I missed it. I'm not even
from London. Like,
so badly when I came down for the live show, because I grew up sort of adjacent to it. Like, I count myself as having grown up in London just because Beckenham is so fucking Tory that it, like, whatever.
Yeah,
but
reasonable.
Yeah, no, like, I've told the story a million times, but the first thing that I heard in London when I got out of the station was a guy yelling at his girlfriend, going, suck your mum, bruv, to his girlfriend. And I'm like, I just sort of drank that in for a minute, and I'm like, I'm home. It's the only city in the world. Everywhere else is fake.
I'm actually with you on London. London's a shithole. I hated it. But it's so good. I keep going back like once a fucking month. It's so good. But the thing that I will reflexively defend about the UK is the food. I think the food's good. I think it's
That's
fine.
true. That's true.
I think a Cornish pasty was invented. It was revealed to us by God himself. It's perfect.
Yeah, because even if you like get the sort of the lib take here, which is like chicken tikka masala is a British food. Diversity has made our food significantly better, therefore it's not bad anymore. It's true, but like
So the food that is not diversity, listeners.
yeah, but
The food's good.
But the food, like, I've completely jumped the track on this one. But no, like the like, I guess what you might call the fucking trad Anglo food, or whatever. I think it's often unfairly maligned. You know, steak and ale pie, delicious.
Roasts.
Yeah, nice.
Roasts, fucking Yorkshire pudding,
Yeah,
baby. Wow.
come on, it's good shit.
Ew, it's all good. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Sausage rolls.
Even if you ignore the like fusion cuisines that have made their way over here, if you even like eliminate all of that, I'm not saying a fucking jelly deal pie is good. That is still shit. But
pork
like
pies.
steak and ale,
I miss
pie?
that's
Come
the only pork that I miss is a pork pie. The sole thing. I don't miss bacon. I don't miss anything that has pork in it apart from a pork pie, and it's purely because of the sort of the crust and the aspic there.
Oh, hot water crust. Ideal.
HP sauce. Beautiful.
HP, wonderful, made in Holland, but whatever. It's got the Houses of Parliament on
Proper
it.
sausages. Can't get proper sausages in America.
Sauce. Nah, you can't get a fucking decent sauce.
That's our patriotism quota. Now we have to talk about all of the ways in which the United Kingdom has to be destroyed, possibly by the ape.
If you join forces with the ape, we're all fucked, yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, fine. What is a lesbian? So, that's the reminder. I haven't written a payoff for it yet.
Like
but-
2/3 of the podcast.
Yeah. Again, I define it thusly.
Yeah. The simplest argument to refute a lesbian prescriptivist is to simply have a lot of gay sex and not think about it too much. And while they're sort of making little comics where a fucking anthropomorphic dog goes, oh, actually, you're not allowed to call yourself a lesbian. Meanwhile, you're blasting through he/him pussy. You're fine, you know.
It's good. It's fine.
Pay as little attention to that shit as possible.
People are like, actually, I'm like Sapphic. I'm actually Visidic. Vincian Achillean.
Yeah, you're a Vincian, Achillean, M-spec, Sapphic. I really don't like the word Sapphic in general, and I especially don't like the word Sapphic as a plural. Like, if you say Sapphics to mean like lesbian and bisexual
It's too
women,
sharp a word to me. It's the IKS as like a phoneme.
I think just because of drama school shit, if somebody says to me, I'm Sapphic, I'm like, you like poetry? Like Greek poetry? Like what?
The similar problem is I saw it. I saw in that post the term thesbian, and I was like, "No, that just reads as thespian."
Yeah. At the same time, like if that is you, if you're like, hey, actually, I'm like a Sapphic and not a lesbian, like this summarizes my experience more accurately, then hey, fair enough. Not telling you like what you should do, listener, because you're our actual friend and we love you. Just saying like, we're lesbians. I'm a lesbian. Keep it simple.
what we're saying is, don't fucking tell us what to do either. Because we'll kill you.
Yeah, like that fucking
That's
chimp.
right. It's time.
We'll unleash a Geordie Bond in your general direction.
Fucking lesbians. Got me a fucking problem with that?
Let 1,000 blossoms bloom. But I ain't spending any time on it because I don't have enough Newcastle-based knowledge to make the equivalent of the Bob Catter joke.
Yeah, the Bob Catter joke is phenomenal.
What's
it
the
is
Bob
good.
Catter joke?
But sadly, there's no.
Oh, let me just indulge you here.
Shit.
But I ain't spending any time on it because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person is torn to pieces by a crocodile in North Queensland.
That was his rationale for not like opposing same-sex marriage, which he did later vote against when it came up. So
he was just like, I'm not like let gay people get married because.
Yeah. He said, I'm not into legislating it. Let 1,000 blossoms bloom, but I ain't spending any time on it because of the crocodile thing.
I mean,
yeah, because once every 3 months, someone is torn to pieces by a crocodile.
That's
in North
not
Queensland.
very often. I mean,
That's remarkably what was that 4 a year?
Yeah. I mean,
so fine. That's negligible to me.
would you rather fight a crocodile every 3 months or a chimp every 12?
I would take the chimp. I don't want to fight a crocodile. Those things will fuck you right up.
I'm not fighting a fucking crocodile. That boy is dinosaur. I'm not fucking with him at all. You ever see those like videos of a crocodile like bellowing and like the fucking reverb like splashes the water by its chest, and I'm like, this is unacceptable to me.
But the thing about crocodiles is that they're God's perfect killing machines. They absolutely no more evolving left to do. They've had their chance.
Sharks of the land.
They've declined it. They're like, nope, I'm fine as I am, and every 3 months I can tear a North Queenslander to pieces.
Oh, absolutely. Like Saurosuchians were it was like a shitload of various kinds of crocodiles. They filled out all these niches, but you know what? Best is still the original, baby.
That's right.
Crocodile mode, normal. It's fine.
Original and best.
Original and best.
They're also
George
delicious.
Black.
Never had crocodile. Never had crocodile.
Really
I've had
good. Really good.
It's the weirdest. I'm asking my own question here of what the weirdest meat I've eaten is. Which for me is probably ostrich.
Kangaroo and crocodile, python.
Yeah, kangaroos.
Python.
Not python.
Ostrich is nice. Horse isn't bad.
Horse is fine. Yeah.
Had an interesting like horse meat casserole.
There is a restaurant in London that only serves exotic animals. If you are ever feeling like if you want to don your pith helmet and go. I did once take somebody on a date there because we had a thing for being like decadent and evil. And Karma punished us because
least surprising thing I've ever heard.
No.
Well, you know who it is as well. And as we leaned across the table to kiss, she set her hair on fire with the candle. And I said the most English thing I've ever said. I was like, "Darling, you appear to be on fire," which I was quite proud of how smooth that was. But that was we quickly put it out, and it was an amusing evening with delicious crocodile.
Wonderful. Insane to me. Very well. George Black, and stick with me on this.
Okay.
Says, when watching Penguins late last year, you noted that the 4 titular characters matched up with the 3 of you and us listeners.
Sure.
So the 3 of us being...
Oh, yeah.
Skipper, Kowalski, and Rico.
And
yeah,
Private,
you're right.
That was it.
And Private, of course, being the listeners. With
Finellis.
Slap the fruit.
Just do it again.
Slap the fruit.
Work a day. Second half of this question, George Black asks, with which of the 4 humors do you most strongly identify?
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
Like Sapphic, Achillic,
Vincian. Okay, we got black bile, we got yellow bile, we got
Collar?
phlegm. Collar's yellow bile, and
right.
And then we got blood. Yeah, I'm feeling quite sanguine generally. I think I could perhaps be blood. Yeah.
What emotion does that give you?
Hot, I believe.
Yeah, it's two things. I'm hot and wet, because the thing is, the humors in humorism, there's like they have a hot versus cold and they have a dry versus wet. So blood is hot and wet. Yellow bile is hot and dry. Black bile is cold and dry, and phlegm is cold and wet.
You're just rattling this shit off.
Listen.
Are you sitting there in a fucking like plague doctor's mask?
I do actually own one of those because I got it for a shit post at the beginning of the pandemic.
From a compendium.
listen. It's perfectly neurotypical to know whether you're choleric, sanguine, melancholic, or phlegmatic.
Alice
right?
is like levitating off the floor, reading from the fucking dark hold. Like
I got so many orbs going at the same time.
Oh, that's a lot of orbs, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like carving like runes and sigils and like flames. Yeah, no.
I'm collapsing the 2 biles because I think that's too many biles down into one just bile, and I'm assigning that to the listeners to make room for cum, which to me
the 5th humor
is the true 4th humor.
So the listeners are both choleric and melancholic. They're like sad but also angry.
Oh, I'm melancholic actually. Yeah, maybe I'm melancholic.
I think I'm gonna go with the angry one, the yellow bile one, because I'm playing a character at some point in the near future on stage, who at one point somebody says to them, "What, drunk with collar?" Because they're so angry. So
Hot and
we'll go
dry.
with that one.
Hot and dry.
Nice.
Hot and dry.
one. Yeah.
Hot and dry, baby. Absol Guardian asks, if Well There's Your Problem existed within the James Bond universe, what events would there be episodes on?
So many things. The Craig ones come first to mind because he sabotages that aircraft launch.
He does.
Moonraker.
He does.
Fuck! Yes! Rocket fall down,
Oh
Justin.
my God.
Rocket fall
Hearing
down.
Roz explain the fucking Moonraker. The pussy
Hearing Roz explain
full
Doctor
of
No's
himbos.
like radiation-filled room would also be incredible.
We get like slightly distracted and we end up talking about like train air brakes for a half hour during the slide about, Dave Bautista kicking Lea Seydoux in the face. God, there's so many. There's so many.
Basically, every movie has at least one thing that it would be unbelievably funny to me to hear Roz attempt to explain.
You should do that on April Fools. That would be quite fun.
Yeah, maybe. We'll get both of you and we'll do a crossover episode.
Yeah. Well, there's Kill Problem.
Well, there's Kill Your James Problem. Listen, I'm still riding the high of like my fucking alchemist moment there. Listen, if you want any poultices done, if you want any tinctures,
I could go for a tincture. I could go for a salve.
yeah.
Little ointments,
unguents, yeah.
All sorts.
Unguents in the same sort of tone as like
Unguents. Very
ingredients
nice.
with a CE at the end.
Oh dear. Anyway, Hazel Smith here, bafflingly worded question, who says, if you could only do one of the three things that Vargas doesn't do. It's a bit of a
Stop.
Don't do what Donnie
Diagram
does.
this sentence out for me.
So Vargas does not smoke, does not drink, does not make love.
That's right.
If
That's
we
right.
could only do one of those three things.
Of course. Vargas does not drink, does not smoke.
I love
Does
the
not make
wording.
love?
I love how he says
Okay.
does not
We
make
can
love.
only do-
Does not make love.
Well, in keeping with my hot and wet temperament, I think I am going to choose to fuck because that's what Vargas.
He
That's one of the
doesn't.
things Vargas doesn't do, right?
Yeah, so the question is if we could only do one of them.
Yeah. He doesn't.
Then
he-
what?
Well,
Yeah, you're not
which
allowed
one
to
would
do
we
the other
do?
two, obviously.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, Alice, she does not drink,
Yeah,
does
yeah,
not
and
smoke.
like I'm taking drink. Yeah, well, I quit smoking. I smoked really heavily, thus accounting for this voice. Until I was like
Masterful.
fucking
It's a great
25.
voice, honestly. A
So I've
solid
already
choice.
take up smoking. So I've already quit doing that. I don't smoke. If we're choosing drink to mean alcohol, I fucking barely do that either. So we're left with the one thing that I do, which is fuck. I fuck. Yeah, no, absolutely.
I would also fuck, I think.
Vargas top arc.
The funny thing would be to
He's
do.
like standing there with the
I guess
fucking
he does not drink,
sunglasses
but by God does he fuck. Jesus. That fuck does he do cockwheels.
He does not top. He does not switch.
Exclusively bottoms. We got Femboy Vargas. Jesus. Huge dick, refuses to use it.
that's
Very
right.
smart. I think it'd be very
That's
funny
right,
if I was
that's
like,
right.
I will smoke only. Because
I've known
don't
girls
even
like that.
smoke now. I think it has to be fuck as well. I think it has to be fuck.
Yeah, because if somebody said you can't ever drink again, I'd be like, well, that is a shame, but I bet after a while I won't miss it, and in the long run it'll probably be good for me. So
That's something a doctor might plausibly tell you. Like
yeah, when I'm told to convert to Islam.
more like sequentially or anything. I would like get drunk once, be like, oh, well, that was unpleasant. Let's never do that for 6-7 months, and then just sort of carried on like that. So.
For some reason I went through a run of like dating girls who were very heavy drinkers. I had like 3 or 4 years in a row I was just getting battered a lot. as in drunk. But also the other thing.
I could see that one like a plane coming in for landing.
That was an accident. I did not mean to do that. But
it was locked in on the fucking approach pattern there.
This is just fun to me. Friend of a show here asks, talk us through your pitch for hosting
Wait a second,
Eurovision.
did you just name yourself friend of the show? That's such
Someone
a
has named herself
powerful
friend
move.
of the show.
it's nicely done. Very
I
clever.
mean, I mean, all of you are friends of the show because you're
Yeah.
our real life friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's smart. That's smart. What's our pitch for hosting Eurovision?
I think the theme is gay James Bond, just because it would
That's
annoy
the theme
people.
that's the theme of every Eurovision.
That is true.
I mean,
I would be in some form of romper. You know this to be
That's
true.
true.
Black tie
Um,
romper would be very funny.
Don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. I don't go to enough black tie
I'm
events.
simply trying to be the transgender Petra Mede. I would imitate her desperately, and I think it would work very well.
Oh, transgender.
Yeah, absolutely. The Swedish presenter, because she's the only good Eurovision presenter it's ever had. Everybody else has been shit.
That's true.
I think on Alice's behalf, I would make the theme to Eurovision Islam, just because it would be extremely funny because it would give an aneurysm to all those people who are like the creeping Islamization of Europe. They're like, it started with Eurovision.
That's right. First the transgenderism with Conchita Wurst, and now the Islam. Easy.
Yeah, she invented it, is the thing.
Well, Islam. I'm not sure that's true.
Yeah, both.
The thing is, she is a devout Muslim. You can tell because the beard, as according to the Sunnah.
That is true. That's true. No mustache, though. Conchita Wurst with just the chin strap. The thing about hosting Eurovision is, while I think it would be funny, I think that if I ever heard Graham Norton making fun of me, I would cry.
Well, I would do sort of the opposite in sort of an unusual role reversal for us here, Dev, which is you get sort of a drunk
Right.
Graham Norton in the BBC press box going like, oh, that wasn't very good, was it? And you just look down and you see that I'm making my way off the stage. I'm just like, I'm at a walking pace just to get up there and be like, what the fuck did you just say about me?
How dare you? That'd be so funny to kick open the door while Norton's there. Be like, what are you fucking saying to me? Son of a bitch. I got this chimp here, what's a word with you?
Oh, Graham, you fucking bastard.
Just not really quite getting the interaction that Graham Norton and Eurovision presenters are meant to have, and just getting genuinely quite angry.
Genuinely
Crying.
peeved.
Damn it,
I'm trying so
I don't
hard.
even write this script.
Graham, please. Oh dear, I'm sort of running low here. I've got a couple left, and there's
Some
some
emergency questions in the tank.
Yeah, there are some nice low balls. Which John Lincoln here asks: given this podcast explores masculinity, and in brackets, and also children's movie
Shut the
sequels,
fuck up.
do you?
I'm leaving the recording and going to this person's house.
Go on. It's okay.
I'm just trying to figure out if we can find these people's addresses
sure we
actually,
can.
because there are.
Patreon might give it to us.
I think you can. I think you put your address into
Yeah,
Patreon.
which is very handy for me proceeding at a walking pace towards you.
Like the fucking thing in It Follows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel a creeping sense of dread that one day you will have to watch the Fast and Furious series?
I mean,
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
we're gonna have to. The only one that I feel dread about watching is still Austin Powers, which I still refuse to do on
Yeah.
general principle.
Yeah.
I have no interest in
I
it.
think that's the only, because this is the thing, right? Now we're in season 2. Now that we've all finished season 1, we can now do every movie in the world, because we're talking about how does it relate to this enormous cultural sort of sociological phenomenon of masculinity, which is sort of like applied in various degrees of consent to like broadly half the population of the fucking earth. Yeah, we can fucking do anything. And the one thing that we won't do is Austin Powers.
That's our secret. Every movie says something about masculinity.
Because they've all either got men in or they don't.
Yeah. So
That's right.
when we do end up doing the Fast and the Furious, I mean, much like this podcast, the Fast and the Furious movies are about family, right? That's the one thing I've learned
That's right.
from them.
That is
And
right.
also about Vin Diesel slurring all of his lines really badly. So I think we'll have a good time with them.
I think it'll be fine.
Because
but
we're about it's about family, and you, the listeners, are also our family.
The thing about the Fast and Furious thing is that we would do it like we've done Jason Bourne. We would just watch each of them.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And there are, I think, 10.
Oh my god.
So
that's so many.
So that'll be fascinating.
That's so fucking many.
I'll be over 2 months.
God.
It'd be like approaching 3, 4, maybe. God, we would be hemorrhaging views by that point.
Also, listeners, as we do movies that are like in the modern age with actors and producers and people who are still working, you'll hear me get like less and less critical of them because I'm like, fuck, I might like bump into this person.
That's why we're doing every movie chronologically. That's why you can badmouth Georges Méliès for doing Voyage to the Moon, right?
Yeah, we're going to be watching the train arrive.
Yeah, exactly.
And then go, oh, shit.
Says Jesus a lot about masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
For
Are
instance,
there men on that train? Don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Actually, fuck, do I still have? Yeah, I do.
Society.
I know you do. You have shit from Dr. No.
I just meant readily to hand. I mean, readily to hand, I also have Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Solid Revengeance saying mice.
Mice.
The thing is, I was there when you created this, and I still don't really understand why.
Because it's clipped.
Mice.
It's clipped from.
Yeah, it's my sources. I fucking made it up, and you've accidentally clipped just the first syllable.
I accidentally did 1 second of
mice,
and I was so charmed by that I'm just keeping it.
Mice society.
Wait, I think I can do
society. Mice society.
There we go. My society.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if I had that for fucking flushed away. Oh well.
Yeah.
I feel left out. I feel left out.
I know I have the Millionaire sequel.
Yeah.
I got Millionaire. I've got Riley based.
No, so look, I think that it is based.
What else have I got?
I still have all of the like.
They took my family, obviously.
They took everything from me. No, they took my family.
There was a new one of those recently, wasn't there?
Yeah. Earth's most divorced man got further divorced and complained about it. Also,
My wife.
Do we have a question to end on? Do you have a question? Yeah, we got a couple. We got a few. You know what? Let's take a look at here.
It's fine. Just put the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music over yourself.
Banger.
My wife.
Frank Kettering, so that's not his name, it's Kettering, asks, a rapier is a weapon of a horny man at either end. Which is, of course, a quote from Alice Eversand.
One of my favourite sentences I've ever said.
What is the horniest form of combat?
Wrestling. Easily.
See, I do think it's sword fighting.
But sword fighting, you're not... absent a few very specific circumstances, you're not getting greased up to sword fight somebody.
Maybe you are. You're not going to grab me if I'm
all the times I've ever fought somebody with a sword, I was wearing a shirt as well, which was maybe my mistake, you know.
Again, that's a failing on your part. I don't know why
they don't let you wear the fucking little frilly shirts for like health and safety reasons while you're fencing, which is bullshit, frankly.
Yeah, that's true. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think it is specifically... You know what? I can't say that.
Yeah, there's a little website called... no, I can't say that either. Fuck! Shit!
Yeah, sorry, I can't. I will tell Dev and Alice what my actual answer is later on. For now, I'm going to say it's also sword fighting.
Sword fighting is
the horniest form of combat.
I know what the third asks. Which finishing moves from professional wrestling, such as the Batista Bomb, the Stone Cold Stunner, are, in your opinions, 1, most effective in real combat, 2, coolest looking, and 3, the safest to perform on a child?
I feel as if 1 and 3 are pulling against each other. Does it have to be one answer?
I don't believe it has to be
I'm
one
going to try
answer.
and make it one answer anyway. If you want a universal wrestling move, the answer is clearly the People's Elbow. That's why it's called that. After they nationalized The Rock and took all of his moves into public ownership.
After The Rock went bankrupt, there was a run on The Rock that triggered the financial crisis. People in the Northeast were queuing around the block to get the money out of The Rock. Matt Ridley was
I
briefly
think it'll
sacked.
be easy to do a run on the boat.
Yeah, I saw the like theme park Amazon River movie, and I want my money back, so I'm going to get my money back out of the Rock.
And you can do that. You can head straight down to the bank right now and go, all of my money, please.
Yes, that's right.
It
helps if you have a gun.
Unfortunately. What? Why?
Because then, if
that's
you just
that's
No,
turning
no,
it
no.
into a crime.
I
It's
don't
your
agree.
money.
I think if
now.
you go to a bank and you say, give
It's
me
my
all of
money.
the money, I have a gun, that changes the whole dynamic of that situation into one in which you're much more likely to get all of the money.
You're kicking the door down of the bank, which is more difficult these days because they're typically glass sliding doors
I know.
and
it's
automatic.
Bullshit. It's bullshit. Banks should be easier to rob.
But I
it's
reckon
more
if you get in
aesthetic.
there fast enough, you can kick them down.
Sure.
And then you yell, I am PG Wentworth, baby. It's my fucking money.
That's right. That's reasonable.
I've never seen a professional wrestling, so I don't know any of the
That's
moves.
fine. It's one of the horniest forms of combat.
That
if
is
that helps.
true. But it also gave the world Hulk Hogan, so, you know.
I think you could perform an RKO on a child and it wouldn't even be a problem.
DDT
The
a
thing about these
child?
wrestling moves is that they aren't really supposed to actually like hurt you too bad because it's your mates that you're doing it to,
doing
really.
the kind of like outlaw
So-
wrestling stuff to a child where you're hitting them with fucking fluorescent light tubes. You've got like a bunch of hidden razors and shit.
I would hate to be hit with a fluorescent light tube, in all honesty.
I wouldn't enjoy it, but there's not. That isn't true. I was
Unless it
about to
was
say.
kinda hot.
I was about to say there aren't a lot of things I would enjoy being hit with, but that's false advertising.
Such a fucking lie.
That's a lie.
true.
That's untrue. Yes.
I'm just thinking of like British lads hit each other with chair, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking, no,
No,
that
that's a movie that has a lot to say about
That's the
masculinity.
horniest form of contact. Yes.
That's
we just discussed British lads. I could do that now. I can picture every frame of that.
the fact that it was
perfectly.
clearly in like the back of a terraced house.
Mhm.
The guy picking up the discarded cigarette.
Oh
and
yeah,
smoking it.
he smokes a cigarette, tosses it down, and then another guy leans over and picks it up. He drinks a bottle and like throws it down. You hear it smash, and then when the guy falls over, he falls perfectly onto where you know the bottle went. Him getting lifted off the ground, looking like Fall of Icarus. It's perfect. It's a perfect bit of cinema.
Yeah, I think it is the highest achievement of the whole art form.
Wouldn't happen now. Kids be too much on their damn phones.
That's right. That's
Ah,
right.
You couldn't
probably be
hit
playing Fortnite.
British lads with a chair these days.
And you know.
Wouldn't get made now. They'd be cancelled.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Now it would be British. They'd have transitioned.
Yeah, that's probably a podcast.
That's probably a podcast. Thank you for listening to the first bonus episode of the Banquet of Forgiveness.
Oh, I forgot that this. I immediately forgot.
The one,
that this is
the
going
one
out.
that we used to sort of draw people into subscribing on the basis that, hey, check out this bonus content. It's good. It's not weirdly self-referential. It doesn't involve a lot of talk
Okay.
about
Chimps, etc. Okay, listen. To be fair, increasingly the podcast is involving a lot of chat about
That's
chimps.
true. That's true. We should do a chimp-focused
The thing
movie. We
is-
should do the fucking Planet of the Apes remake.
That would actually be fucking.
You know
great.
what?
I would
you
love
know,
to
you
do
know
the
what?
Planet of the
You know
Apes
what? We're
movies.
taking a hard right turn immediately into season 2. It's chimp season. All
Yeah.
of the mainline episodes, chimp season. Chimp movies. We're gonna see
It's
different
chimp
movies
season.
with different chimps. We're gonna fucking we're gonna decide what they say about masculinity, and we're gonna make a podcast,
Destroy
and you're
them.
gonna listen to it.
You will.
That's right.
No, because the thing is with the Banquet of Forgiveness, you are still going to get 2 free bonuses.
Yeah.
This one just happens to have gone out on the 1st of the month, so we thought, why not? Why not? Take it.
Also, we had a plan
After
to do
all,
another episode.
Give it
of
Why should
away.
we? Yeah, but we'll get to that. We will do some animation.
We'll simply rearrange that for a different time.
But in the meantime, we have been Kill
A
James Bond.
militantly transgender podcast.
That's right. Subscribe to the podcast if you don't already. If you do, thank you. All of us are now leaving the stage and walking in your direction, and we're all furious.
From 3 different angles, depending on where you live. If you live in fucking Shrewsbury, we're coming for you.
Yes.
Ho! Graham!
We actually did that. we briefly, when we were trying to decide, I'm sorry, I know the pod's
No,
over.
it's
When we
not.
were
It's
trying to
not
decide
over until
where
I
to
play
do
the fucking theme
live
drop,
show,
even though we edit around that.
we did, it usually gets cut typically. We found the exact like geographic midpoint between the three of our houses, and it's Shrewsbury in like the middle of Wales. Or that place I think should be Wales technically. And then when we posted this, someone DM'd us to be like, yeah, my dad's the mayor of Shrewsbury. I went, we're not doing it. I went, hang on, wait, can we get a key to a city if we do a live show there? And no, we can't. So fuck.
Ridiculous.
Fuck the whole place.
Fuck you. Goodbye.
Spent a night on Shrewsbury Rail platform one time. Thank you for listening to yet another episode of Kill James Bond. And in fact, well, it's not really the first episode of Season 2, is it? It's sort of the pre-show for Season 2. Still, speaking, of course, of Season 2, that will be rolling out in exactly 1 week's time on the free feed with Syriana. Very excited to crack on. Typically at the end of these I would say thank you for being a patron, but it's highly possible that you are listening to this episode on the free feed as part of our wonderful yearly Banquet of Forgiveness, where all sins are cast aside and we celebrate you, the hog, glorious and humble listener. But of course, if you do want access to our entire backlog of bonus episodes, you can still head on down to patreon.com/killjamesbond and join these hallowed halls. Christine Fox, Fawkes Winchester, Paint McCalla, Jack Holmes, George Rohack, Charles Schultz, Thomas Oberhardt, Nikki, Carolyn Tankersley, Library Hitman, Max Kapinski, Benno Rice, Michael Ludder, Kit Devine, Amanda Rogda, Max Gamenhart, Jonathan Gurday, Dread Pirate Robin, Hell Bloodhands, Kentucky Fried Commie, Jay Martindale, Fremen Commissar Jen, Phoebe Olivia Harper, Ellie Without E, Mothman, Tarp O, Sydney Steckel, Big Titty Goth Girl, Timothy Pajoni, Trip, Amber DeGrazia, Safira Luciferix, Charlie Out of the Closet, Jenna and Paul, Zoe Shepherd, Elizabeth Cox, JM11519, again, you've really got to pick up Finn Ross, Alfredo, I Make Devon Save Us Out Loud, Philippa Smith, Rael Leal, Wolfie, Tristram Wolf, Al Irving, Richard Drum, Lucy Keeley, Faye Haven, Millie, Bon LeBon, Josh Simmons, Lauren Bastin, Penny Banks, Raised on a Diet, and Turfs Eat Shit and Die Alone. Thank you for your support. This has been Kill James Bond, of course, Alice, Abigail, and Devon, our producer, the wonderful Nate Bethay, our podcast art by Maddie Lubchansky, and our website is by Tom Allen. See ya.